guard is allowed, is it? I think that might be the only ship. Caterpillar, the Stalker. Okay, and they're off.
Good to go.
Okay. So, again, forgive us, guys, if we get the names wrong. Unfortunately, whatever we're seeing in the spectator camera is not respective to the actual players that you see here in the game. Alpha is alpha. All right, so the glaive has already started firing. As Templeman says, you know, if you miss with the glaive, you're pretty much wasting your ship.
These things overheat very, very quickly.
They do indeed. All right, so it seems like we've got ourselves a 2-on-1 here. The glaive hasn't actually been taken much considerable damage, and Frog Fury is dead. Yes. All right, so it's now 2-on-1. What's going to happen next? It seems like Pilgrim X is actually sitting this one out. He's being a gentleman here. It's Lamaro now versus Corwin. This doesn't seem like a very fair. Oh, scratch that! Scratch that! I was gonna say with the energy weapons against the Saber, I thought the Saber may have stood a chance, but no. All right, let's see what happens now. Why is the glaive sitting out? Did he crash?
Probably going to be an overheat, actually. Lots of fire early on. The glaive size 5s do get a lot of heat very early, but then Lamar has died to what looks like an
self-destructed. So what do we make of this? Ref, what do we make of what just happened? Shenanigans, man. All right, so it looks like right on. Okay.
So that first round goes to PvP sliders, evidently.
Apparently so.
We're lining up for the next round. Lots of weapons, maybe, possibly.
Possibly. So. That would explain it. So it looked like maybe the glaive lost its weapons in that fight, and so we had to sit out. So it looks like the Saber brothers won that round. I think we'll be seeing more of that in Item 2.0 as well. Once you have the actual ship components doing actual like adding actual parameters to the ship and heat and cooling and all that kind of stuff. Once you lose things like that,
hey guys,
you'll be in for a similar situation.
I'd like to point out that the real MLG, the real MVP is the Astropub for actually getting some sort of an overlay going.
Indeed. All right, it seems like the Saber brothers are now lined up here.
Who's fighting now?
We're currently speccing PvP sliders versus Prancing Ponies.
Indeed.
Next round is up.
All right, and they're off. So we'll see if that glaive can actually manage to keep his weapons on this time around.
Told you you'd see glaives.
yeah, indeed we have, but unfortunately he did not really seem to he didn't seem to. I don't know, man. I was expecting a bit more, but I suppose he lost his weapons pretty early on.
Well, it depends on the team dynamics. Like I just lost my round. Because we got hit.
Oh, and the glaive was focused and down. Starro and Lamaro are both dead.
So now it's just some Super Hornet on Saber action, both of which running the ballistic, so the energy weapon builds.
Yeah, are we going to see a repeat of the last fight? Because that Super Hornet tore up that Saber pretty interestingly. I was not expecting that.
Looks like the Super Hornet is actually missing a wing, so we're short one weapon already.
Indeed. If I were a betting man, I'd say the Saber has got this one in the bag.
Seems
like. We'll see. Yeah, judging by the way the Saber's shields are flaring, though, that Hornet is not doing so bad. The Hornet is actually reversing, keeping the Saber in front of him, as opposed to trying to circle strafe, as you see beginner pilots do quite often.
Trying to reduce the maneuverability advantage of that Saber.
Indeed.
The Saber very much has a maneuverability advantage here, and it looks like the F7C may actually have lost a thruster as well, so they might be suffering from quite severe handling issues.
Indeed. Looking at the Saber doesn't seem to have lost anything, and Frog Fury has killed Pilgrim X.
So the next one goes round to Prancing Ponies from memory. So that's one
indeed.
each.
So,
Warning, collision 4. Warning, collision zenith.
Frog got him, yeah. So what we saw there was a good, you got attacking versus defending fighter, right? So the Hornet was defensive fighting, reversing, creating distance, and the Saber was trying to force his way in as close as he could to get those angles. So that's how it should be done. That Hornet pod was flying exactly like how we want you to fly, because if you let that Saber push in on you, and you got someone like Frog Fury or Darkstar who's able to actually get under your guns and stay close to you, you're done.
As we are going back for the reset.
indeed, the teams are now lining up.
Yeah, well, we apologize about the names. Sometimes the biggest issue in this current build of Arena Commander is that when you're spectating, you have no names, so you can't figure out who's flying what, except based on the number. We do know that the Prancing Ponies are rocking the 2-Saber build, and we know that the PvP sliders are doing the dual Super Hornet and Glaive mix. So.
Indeed.
And they're off. I'm just waiting for them to get into engagement distance. They seem to be trying to pick quite an open area for most of the engagements, opposed to the asteroids and risking the invisible asteroid issues.
As somebody who's not very good at actually hitting a target, I like to finesse around asteroids to try and make my opponents have to think a bit more about their environment.
Of course, now that I've said that one, they are actually getting quite close into these asteroids.
Indeed. All right, and it seems to be... Oh,
Oh, it looks like both the Sabres trying to focus that Glaive down quickly.
indeed. We got the Super Hornet trying to take out the Ballistic Saber. The Glaive is in trouble. They know the Glaive has some seriously significant
Glaive's out,
firepower, and
Lamaro's down.
Lamaro is down. All right, it looks like another repeat. They know who to focus, and it looks like that's all she wrote again. The Super Hornet's not really able to protect its Glaive. Oh, but
And
he's managed to kill
Pilgrim
Star
X
Wraith.
Collected Star Wraith, but most likely quite low shields, quite high heat. So we'll see what happens here.
Indeed.
They are dangerously close to some of these asteroids. Up,
And Frog
Pilgrim
Fury
X
killed
is down.
Pilgrim X. Indeed.
very nice
That's what?
attempt there, but didn't quite manage to pull through with the 2v1.
So that's 2 to Prancing Ponies now, 1 to PvP Sliders.
Indeed.
Correct? All right.
We are professional. Sort of. Going back to the restart. That round was actually a very, very solid effort by the PvP Sliders, trying to hold off with that the Glaive Hornet combination. Unfortunately, didn't quite pull it off, but it was very, very close.
Indeed. I would really like to see what that Glaive could do if he could just survive long enough to fire his weapons.
Can, of course, fire its weapons very early in, just unfortunately hasn't been able to use them to much effect. Looks like the enemy team has realized what a big threat that Glaive can be. So they are focusing it quite hard.
Indeed. And PvP Sliders are now lined up. I believe we're now waiting on the other team.
Looks like Prancing Ponies are also just about ready. So at the end of each round, both teams do get new ships. You can just eject or self-destruct, as it's trying to give it a fair standing for each one, with the exception, of course, of the mind games you play on your enemy.
And they're off again. Again, playing around this large asteroid in the center field.
Looks like Prancing Ponies are trying to hang around this asteroid, bring the fight to
Indeed.
them.
The Sabres, however, have the ships of the most finesse, and so I believe they do have the upper ground here, so they have to play careful. Oh, Frog Fury is dead already! Pilgrim
That
X
was-
taking out Frog Fury in his Super Hornet.
Frog Fury's not in the Super Hornet.
Oh. Well,
Pilgrim,
Pilgrim, sorry.
there we
Oh,
go.
man,
Pilgrim
Pilgrim's
cleared
taking
up
out
Star
Star
Wraith as well. It's 2-2.
2
He's
for
looking very
2.
close up.
That was a
Prancing
complete
Ponies and
mirror
PvP
image.
Sliders both with 2 kills. It is first team to 4 wins.
Warning, collision 4.
This one's getting pretty
Warning,
close.
collision
Indeed,
zenith.
2 for 2. I did not see that coming, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be a repeat of the last one, but it seems like yeah, the Super Hornet managed to hold his own, protect his teammate, and get that first kill really, really early on.
I think what actually happened quite early on there was that PvP Sliders guys were trying to, sorry, the 2 Sabers were trying to focus down that glaive very early, but the Super Hornet managed to take advantage of it, get some seriously heavy shots into one of the Sabers and take it down early on, which really does happen up. How's scoring done? It is first to 4, so it's best of 7.
First to 4, best of 7, and after each round, both teams have fresh ships. I believe they're off again. And yes, combat has been started. The glaive again being focused pretty heavily here. He's right in the middle of. Oh,
Lamaro cleared them up very early on though. Lamaro cleaning
indeed,
up
Frog
Frog
Fury
Fury.
too close. And Starwraith is now down, taken out by Pilgrim X, and it seems like, is that it?
Yep, that's it. That's 3 to 2.
Wow.
That's very, very quick, very, very neat fighting from the Prancing Ponies.
Prancing Ponies galloping away to victory.
So PvP Sliders did come out with the win, but Prancing
they?
Ponies did try to put up a decent fight. Now just lining up for another round.
So, just for confirmation's sake, so right now with the spectator cam, the names are not representative of the fighters who were watching, but the kill cam itself on the top right.
The kill list
is that telling us? Is that correct? Okay, good.
Kill list is correct, but the game, so the player names are not correct after the first death.
Right. So Prancing Ponies did indeed take that fight. So it's match point now, regardless.
So Prancing Ponies did not take the fight. It was PvP Sliders who won that round.
Sliders did. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. We're making this up as we go along, folks.
We don't know shit.
Also, just an update from the background. It looks like in World Cup versus 11th Hour Bravo, 11th Hour Bravo did manage to get the win over the commentator.
Oh.
Templar 1. Looks like this round's up. It's going in with PvP Sliders in their match point. If they do manage to get a win here in that wonderful saber, so the glaive Super Hornet combination.
We'll see if they can slide their way to victory here.
They're really cutting through the competition.
All right, and it seems like the glaive is actually holding back here, being a bit more defensive. Both sabers are now on him, and he's taking damage. His shields are holding up nicely.
Good game.
One of the sabers actually took some damage. They're crashing into an asteroid again, and Lamaro has taken out
Yeah, really
Frog
good game,
Fury.
guys.
We've also just seen the Super Hornet slam into an asteroid as
still
well. Looks like it
alive.
hasn't actually lost any significant. Oh, it may have lost guns there.
Yeah, he's bounced it
Looks like it's
over.
lost both
Oh,
wing
there we
guns. So that's not a good sight.
The underdog glaive here is actually pristine after being taken out so promptly in the first 2 rounds. Oh, and there it is. Lamaro's taken out Starwraith. That is game, set, and match.
To PvP Sliders, congratulations to PvP Sliders
Indeed.
for the win. It was actually quite a balanced game early on until PvP Sliders managed to get a
Damn, good game,
confidence
guys.
Good
boost
games,
in a
guys.
couple of good
Clean.
rounds.
Indeed.
As-
They also played that glaive a lot more defensive,
Hey there.
even though
That was
the
a- that was an
Asteroids
excellent match.
claimed MVP in that last
Yeah,
round.
that was actually nice.
That's stories are. And always
And-
with
and
the
you-
most lethal
and you
players.
had your gentleman's agreement there, so
Dangerous,
don't
I
complain.
would swear. I've never been able to outfly
Yeah.
an asteroid.
We went to the
Not
rocks.
even
The rocks
the-
didn't save us.
Not even the best people on the leaderboards are going to tell you that they're.
Anyway, Lamar, it was good fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did
As we
you-
all do.
was your plan just to target me?
Make the asteroids mobile.
What?
Yeah.
Targeting the orbital path
course.
of those
You guys
things. You can
game
literally
over?
be hit by an asteroid.
Yeah.
while
Okay,
stationary.
so
Yep.
Darkstar and Kronos, we're taking you live into the next
that
one.
was a
You're
fantastic
against
game. Just watching that
Spectre.
and seeing that was really well.
If you're ready to go
I can
right
see
now,
where
right?
The sabers definitely
Um,
shine.
How about me, Malagos?
Yeah.
Where do you need me? Because you said
So,
that the brackets
the-
have messed up.
Yeah, the glaive.
So,
really did seem to be at
Herm
least,
has
you
15,
know,
I'm taking
being,
16,
being
and
shot
then
to pieces by,
I think
by
get
that,
ready for
that
20,
saber
but don't-
combo, a
Okay.
glass cannon.
Actually, I think you
Once
can
the
run
glaive
20.
was
11th
able
hour
to
Bravo
stay
PvP
alive for a bit
sliders.
and actually call its shots
Yeah, you can
against
run
the
it, but then there's
targets,
going to
it
be
was
a break
pretty
because we're streaming
interesting
17,
fight, for sure.
then 19.
So, I don't know
If
who-
you'd like, we can
who are you
wait
watching
because
next?
PvP Slider
I
just
don't know,
had a
but we
game.
do know
They
that
they
the
can
Renegade
have a break.
Squadron on Ice versus the 11th.
Okay, well, no break for the
uh,
ponies.
Is,
Oh,
still
no
going
break
on.
for the
We know
ponies.
the
Okay, we
PvP
can do
sliders will be
12,
moving on
20
to
then
the
if you
semifinals.
guys want.
And we do know that the Yin Yang Twins beat the,
Yeah, sure.
the Toucans, and Southern Cross
All
Alliance
right,
beat the
let
Drifters,
me-
so we're now at
Actually, let me rename
Yin
this
Yang
one.
Twins
20.
versus the Southern Cross Alliance
So
in the
we'll
losers bracket. I'm going to actually start adding the losers bracket to our updates here so we can continue on this. This whole software is actually brought to us by Split Media Labs with Challenge, the guys who make the XSplit and Player.me. It's a fantastic thing if you guys are ever going to be using it. Ever going to be using a kind of a tournament style
Pilgrim, you there?
Bracketing system.
bracketing system. This is a free.
Alright, let me mute the stream because it will be irrelevant now.
Yeah.
That was such a good match. I think that was the best match so far.
Yeah, this was a really cool match.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah. Well, mistakes were made, but it wouldn't be fun if we just went for a no.
There was one match where you paired off with Darkstar, and Star Wraith was right in front of me, so I was like, I'm just going to try and burn Star Wraith really fast, and it did not work out. I think it was like match 2 or 3.
I was talking with the AIG guys that were watching it as well, and they were just like, hey, who do you like between these two? I'm like, well, they're really strong, but I really like Lamar and Pilgrim if they could focus Frog, or if they could focus Dark. And they just play, like, towards the later rounds there, that's what you guys are doing, and it was just fucking cleaning house. Because, like, in the early matches, Lamar, you were the one that was getting fucking,
Oh, he was totally... I didn't get a shot fired at me until Lamaro was dead.
yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the glaive gets focused, it's like I did some tests against Dark and Porcupine, how long I can survive against two sabers focusing me. Actually, I could take Porcupine out, but I mean Darkstar, if he gets like onto you, like he will hit every fucking shot. Because Darkstar, like he's the best marksman in the game right now.
Yeah, he's got really good aim.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey,
What up, guys?
What's up?
What's up? All right, let's do this, I
Alright,
guess.
if everyone's ready, I want only PvP sliders and 11th Bravo in this chat.
Yeah, get the fuck out missions. Nobody.
It's only us in here. GTFO.
Alright, just let me know when you're all in game so I can start.
I
I'm
think
in
I
game.
am. I think I'm
Actually,
still in game.
No, I'm restarting just for reasons.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah.
Actually, I'll be AFK 1 minute too.
Roger. I'll go for a smoke real quick.
Right, that was a bit confusing. Oh yeah.
Neo,
I
you're
think-
gonna mute that when you speak. Otherwise, I'm gonna hear you twice.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, it's enough if you just mute your audio.
Yeah, I did just do that.
Thanks.
Which match is gonna stream next?
So I'm
one?
in game, Corbin.
Yeah, I'm in game as well.
Yeah, I've paused the stream as well. Yeah.